What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm back with another bigger build. As you can probably tell by the length of this video, it's another longer one. I've been doing all of the long builds recently and I don't know why. I've been just feeling very inspired to do larger homes, I guess. And today I'm building on a lot in Willow Creek that I have literally never built on before at all, which is kind of weird. I usually kind of avoid this little neighborhood except for the lot across from the Goth's home. Maybe you recognize the Goth's house. That one is the one next door to the one we're building today. And for some reason, I've never built anything on this lot before, which is a shame because it's a really pretty lot. The lighting isn't the best for building though, because you can't really get any direct sunlight at the front of the house, which is always a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. I just really like it a lot better when I can build and take screenshots with like sunlight hitting the front of the house. I just really enjoy that. I think that goes for a lot of builders. But for these lots, the Goth's house and this one, that's not the case, unfortunately, which may be one of the reasons why I never build here. And I also just never really tend to gravitate towards the larger lots. And this is a 40 by 30, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So it's definitely a little bit bigger. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and this is for my save file, which is probably not a surprise at this point. I'm really trying to finish at least some kind of finished version of my save file. I mean, finished in the sense that at least I touched on all of the base game worlds. They're not going to be completely finished for the first version of the save file, which is okay, but I at least want to get them close to done. So yeah, I felt like building something bright and colorful next to the Goth's house because I thought that that would be a fun little contrast. So that's what I went with. And as you can probably tell by the exterior of this build, it's New Orleans inspired. I never know how to say it. Is it New Orleans or is it New Orleans? Or is it something completely different? I don't know. But basically it's a build that goes very nicely in Willow Creek. The whole world of Willow Creek is lightly based on this type of house, I believe. And I think you can call it a French Quarter. Is that the name of this specific style? I don't know. I just basically looked up a whole bunch of New Orleans houses. And I just looked at a whole bunch of different pictures and then I came up with something myself, and that is this house. So I was mostly inspired by you see how the house is like long and kind of narrow? I mean, this is a very big house, so it's not narrow or tight in any way, but it kind of feels narrow because it's really long. And then you have that large front porch and then the balcony on top of that. And that is really what I was trying to go off of. That is very New Orleans inspired. And I really enjoyed that because I've never really built anything in this specific style. I don't know why. Probably because I feel like it's a little bit too boxy for my liking in the sense that it can be pretty. I just never really know how to make it work and how to make it look interesting. So that was a nice challenge. I did create a couple of bump outs, as you can see, on either side of the house. And I played around with the roofing a little bit. So I don't know how realistic that is for a French Quarter type house. But yeah, as I'm saying, it's inspired by that. I wasn't trying to go for that exact style and make it as accurate as possible because I just don't always like to do that. And for this one, that was definitely the case. So it's lightly inspired by that. You can definitely tell that it's inspired by that, but it's not like, well, like I said, an accurate representation of that exact style of house, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this house is very large because it's on a larger lot and it's very colorful. I use this salmon pink color combined with blue for the exterior. I thought, like I already mentioned, I thought it would be a nice contrast because it is next to the Goth's house. And the Goth's house is obviously very gothic and dark and black and gray. So I thought something a bit more like lighter and colorful like this would be a lot of fun. So yeah, that is what I did. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's not my favorite type of build just in general, which is one of the reasons why I've probably never built one of these homes. It's just not my favorite, but it is, I mean, it's very unique, and I had a lot of fun building this house, even though it was a little bit too boxy for my liking, and I kind of feel like I'm not sure if it's interesting enough. I mean, I'm probably my own worst critic in this particular instance. But yeah, I mean, I'm still happy with how it turned out. It's just not my favorite build in general. I did go crazy with some hanging plants, as you can see, off of the balcony and downstairs on the front porch as well, because I feel like that is something that goes very nicely with these types of houses. And then for the backyard, I definitely also included a pool because, as you can see, we have a pretty spacious backyard. I did take up most of the lot for this for this house and the backyard. There's not a whole lot of space left over, which I'm pretty proud of myself for this one. I feel like I pretty much made the most of the space that I had to work with. So yeah, I'm kind of proud of it in that sense. And then for the rest, I don't know. I really like how the house came out, but like I said, it's just not my favorite style in general. But let me know, do you think I pulled it off? Can you see the resemblance to like New Orleans, like French Quarter type homes, or did I do it completely wrong? Let me know. I'm just really curious what you think of this build. And yeah, the backyard is nice and spacious. And then since this is for my save file, I also already created a family to go with this house. And even though it's a very big house, it ends up having 4 bedrooms total, I believe. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, which one of them is an ensuite to the master bedroom, basically. I only furnished it for 3 Sims total. So we have an elderly Sim and her 2 sons who are young adults. So 1 elderly Sim and then 2 young adults, and a dog as well. I thought that would be cute. So I included a dog, a larger dog for this family as well, which I'm really happy that I did that. I definitely have the space to include some stuff for a dog, so it made sense. That I just created a little pet for this household. But yeah, for the storyline of this specific house, I mean, the storyline that I was thinking of isn't too crazy detailed or anything, but I was thinking, so we have this elderly Sim, the mom, basically. She is retired. I'm not exactly sure what kind of job she used to have. I just know that she's very much into gardening and flower arranging as well as painting. So she is quite creative. She is retired, but she likes to be creative in that sense. So there's definitely a fair share of planter pots around in the backyard, but also on the balcony and on the porch. And then she also has her her flower arranging table. I think I either put it on the back porch or on her balcony because she obviously has the master bedroom with the ensuite, and that also has a door to a very, very spacious balcony upstairs. But I believe I put the flower arranging table on the back porch, but yeah, we'll see it when we get to it. So she is very creative in the sense that she likes to do some painting and some gardening and flower arranging, stuff like that. That is what she really enjoys. She probably also really enjoys going on like longer walks with a dog and stuff. And then she has 2 sons. I'm kind of thinking that she used to be married. She used to have a husband who basically is the father of her 2 sons. But I was thinking that he passed away probably a long time ago already, like when the boys were kids or teenagers, I don't know. But the dad has been gone for a little while now. And so her sons, who are both, they're twins, by the way, and they're both young adults. So you would say that they are ready to move out. However, they don't really feel the need to move out because moving out would be a big responsibility to kind of buy their own house or own apartment, pay for their own bills, stuff like that. They are a little bit lazy in the sense that why would they do that if they can just stay in this house? They have this very, very large house. And it's only the 3 of them. So, you know, why would they move out? They just don't really feel the need to start paying for their own bills and stuff like that. Because they're still living with their mom. And I imagine that their mom used to have a pretty good job, like a pretty nice career where she would make a lot of money because, I mean, she can afford this house. She was probably already living here with her husband as well. And I was definitely thinking that the boys were born here or they moved here when they were very young. So they're used to living here, and the mom, she has been living here for a very long time as well. So I feel like she is pretty wealthy, and the boys, you know, they kind of got used to that. Maybe the mom spoiled them a little bit too much because she is a single mom, or like she lost her husband. So she probably felt really bad for the boys, and she wanted to, you know, spoil them in that sense a little bit, but maybe she did that a little bit too much, and now they're just, well, a bit lazy in the sense that why move out of the house and pay for their own things if they don't need to, if they can just stay here, because their mom is more than happy to keep them here. She doesn't tell them to move out. She loves it. She loves having her boys around. Obviously, otherwise she's going to be all alone in this large house, which is also kind of an excuse, like, as to why the boys don't want to move out, because they don't want to leave their mom in this large house, which is totally understandable and also really sweet. But I mean, they're also kind of using it as an excuse, as much as they love their mom, obviously, because that is not in question here. But yeah, one of the boys, he wants to become a world famous celebrity. I think in the sense that he wants to be, well, you know what? It doesn't really matter to him in what sense. He is probably going to try acting, but then at some point, maybe he's also going to try vlogging and maybe music producing. It doesn't really matter to him. As long as he can become a world famous celebrity, he is all right with it. And it doesn't really, which career he would need to take on doesn't really matter to him as much as becoming famous. So that is really what he wants to do. And then the other son, he wants to become very rich. He is very materialistic, and he has the mansion baron aspiration, I believe. So he basically wants to have a lot of money in reserve and like own a very, very big mansion with a lot of pillars, basically, I think is the whole like essence of that aspiration, which, I mean, it's a little bit vain, but that is also just how the Sims are, I imagine. They are a little bit vain. They're both a little bit materialistic. And yeah, that is just how they are. And I never really create those types of Sims, those types of storylines. I tend to go for very wholesome little family storylines. So I thought for this one, I tried to push myself a little bit out of my comfort zone. And I came up with this one, which I thought was really fun. So the boys are they are very good looking as well. They're a very good looking family, and I love how the mom turned out. I will show you the Sims after the speed build portion. We'll just quickly go into the game, and I'll load into the lot where the Sims are already living in this house, so I can quickly show you the boys and their mom. But for the rest, yeah, that is just kind of the storyline that I was thinking. So at some point, obviously their mom is going to pass away, and then I don't know what's going to happen to the boys. I'm imagining that they probably want to stay here. They're probably going to inherit quite a bit of money. And I can also imagine that at some point that would be a bit of a trigger for both of them, like for the brothers. Maybe they get into fights about the money. I mean, that is definitely something I could see happen to them as well, which is a little bit sad, but you know, they're very materialistic and they're very money driven. So it's definitely something that could happen, I feel like. So yeah, that is what I had going for the storyline. And then we obviously also have a dog because I had the space for it and because I thought it was fun. And yeah, you can really see the house come together. I had a little bit of fun with platforms for this one. Basically, when you enter into the house, we have the entryway, and then we have a small little staircase leading up to the main living area of the house. And then we have a little staircase leading down that leads you into the kitchen and dining area. So basically the whole area is very open and spacious, and it's definitely quite a unique floor plan that I was really enjoying for some reason. The whole kitchen dining area is definitely very spacious, so I did have a little bit of trouble filling up the space, or like thinking of the best layout for the area. The living room came together quite nicely because that one isn't too big, so I could just place a couple couches and a fireplace and some bookcases, basically clutter it up nicely and call it a day. But then for the kitchen and dining, this area is just so open and spacious, but I really love how it came together. I actually placed one of the grand pianos in the corner. As you can see, it's one from my first, no, I keep calling it my first wedding pack. No, it's called My Wedding Stories. I keep getting it mixed up with My First Pet Stuff for some reason. I don't know why. But that is just how my brain works for some reason. But yeah, I placed that large piano that I don't think I've ever used it. I think the only time I used it was when I built a beach restaurant in Tortosa when the pack first came out. And that is the only time I used that piano. So I kind of forgot that it existed. So I was really happy placing it in this house. And I still have to give the Sims living in this house their traits and stuff. So, I mean, maybe the boy who wants to become famous, maybe he is actually quite musical. Maybe he actually does know how to play the piano. Or maybe the mom knows how to play the piano. I don't know. I still have to think about that and give them their skills and stuff. But, yeah, I really enjoyed basically having the space for a large piano because I never really have the space for that. But for the kitchen, as you can see, the kitchen is very, very spacious and quite luxurious. I went for a double stove moment in here, just like I did for the Goth's house because I had the space for it. And then I cluttered up the kitchen quite a bit as well. Not too much, but it's definitely cluttered and lived in, which took me a little while because it is very, very large. So I had a lot of counter space to cover basically. And then I use these range hoods from Cottage Living. I don't think I've ever used those range hoods, but they're so perfect for this house and like for this style. And then we also have this shelf in the kitchen. That one is also from Cottage Living. And to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever used that shelf before. I didn't even know it existed until I came across it in the catalog for this build. For some reason, I have just always looked past it, and I don't know why, because it's so pretty. I mean, look at that shelf. It's perfect for this house and for this style of kitchen, and I really love it, and I don't know how I could have missed it all those times before. I mean, how long has Cottage Living been out for? Almost a year. So it's kind of crazy that I just didn't know that it existed. And then for this kitchen, I also placed a bar. I put it backwards, basically, so that you can't really sit at the bar, but you can make drinks and stuff. So yeah, that was a nice addition to this kitchen as well, in my opinion. And we have a nice island with a sink in it, and everything is nice and centered. And I don't know why, but I really, really just love how this kitchen came out. I feel like it's very pretty. And it definitely suits the mom, basically, that I had in mind for this specific family. I also feel like she's very much into baking. I think that is one of the likes that I gave her, is baking. She really just enjoys that a lot. She likes to bake like cake and pie and cookies and stuff for her boys. She's always liked that. She's always enjoyed that. And I feel like she still does that to this day. And the boys, they really don't mind it. I feel like they never really have to cook a day in their lives. Like they just don't have to. Their mom is just so sweet. And she does everything for her boys, to the point that others might tell her to like back off a little bit. Others might be asking questions like, are your boys still living with you? Aren't they gonna ever move out? Don't they have like careers or passions or dreams that they want to pursue? Like, what is going on there? I feel like her friends and maybe her extended family will like ask about that from time to time, but she's like, no, my boys are still with me. They can live with me however long they want. I mean, we have this whole big house to ourselves. They don't need to move out. They can stay with me as long as they want to, you know, like that is just how she is. And the boys, they are just enjoying that a lot. But here you can see in the back of the house, we have a little office space. And I also got a little bit creative with the staircase, as you can see, because I really wanted to give it a little bit more shape. Since the house is so big, I felt like I needed a little bit of a grand staircase moment. It's not a grand staircase by any means, but it's still a little bit more interesting than just your regular schmecular staircase, basically. And then here we have the downstairs bathroom. I think this is the only one I recorded, but the other bathrooms are quite similar style-wise. They are definitely a lot smaller. And this one also includes laundry, actually. So yeah, that is definitely something I included for this house. I was definitely struggling a little bit with the layout for this bathroom. I don't know why, but this one was a little bit fiddly. I did figure it out in the end, and I really like it. So we have a shower tub combo, and then the laundry machines next to it, and then a nice counter or a little bit of counter space in here with a single sink in it, and then just a toilet, obviously, and a laundry basket. And then that is basically it for the downstairs bathroom. I really like how it came together. And then upstairs we have one more hall bathroom, which is the bathroom that the boys share. I keep calling them boys. They're full-on young adults, but for some reason I feel like that's what the mom still calls them as well, like her boys. But yeah, they have one shared bathroom upstairs, a hall bathroom, and then the mom, she has her ensuite. She has a really, really nice bedroom. I really like how her bedroom came out. I also made a walk-in closet, like a makeshift little walk-in closet for her, which I think turned out so cute. And then here, off to the side of the house, we also actually have an extra porch. This house has a lot of outdoor space. So this is a side porch, basically. It doesn't have any access to the backyard or anything. You could actually put down a little staircase that opens into the backyard. You could definitely do that if you wanted to. I just decided not to do it because I felt like I just really enjoyed the thought of the little side porch being like closed off, like more of an extension to the dining area and kitchen, basically. I just really like that idea. So that is what I went for. And then here we have the landing area. So we do have 4 bedrooms total. So one of the bedrooms I actually turned into a guest bedroom. It's the smallest bedroom of the 4, and it has a single bed and then just a regular dresser and stuff. But yeah, I did that on purpose because maybe you want to use this house as a generations family home, or you have a very large family that you want to play with in this house. Then that is something you can definitely do. Because, I mean, we have all the bedroom space in here. You can basically turn all of the bedrooms into shared bedrooms as well, if you wanted to. Even the small extra bedroom, you could definitely turn that into a shared bedroom if you wanted to use bunk beds or something. And then the other 2 bedrooms, you can definitely turn into shared ones as well. So this house has room for all of your Sims. If you have a family of 8 Sims, you are good to go. You can use this house. It's all fine. And then the parents even have like their nice suite at the back of the house. As you can see, that is this bedroom that I'm furnishing right now. I went for a very cutesy color scheme in here, as you can see, and I really enjoyed that. So the walk-in closet that I'm working on right now actually has a back door that leads into or onto the balcony, I should say. It's a little bit of a weirder layout, but I wanted to give the mom an ensuite. So that gave me this weird little square area to work with. And I was like, you know what? I might as well just turn it into a makeshift little walk-in closet. It's not like the largest closet in the sense that I put a whole bunch of dressers and stuff in here, but it still gives like the right idea. It still really looks like a walk-in closet, and I really enjoy it. It's just a little room, basically, just a little dressing room. And I think it's just so cute and wholesome and perfect for the grandma. Or she's not even a grandma. She is a mom, but she's an elderly Sim. I feel like she does really want to become a grandma though, at some point. And I don't think that her boys are dating anyone at this point. I feel like they're both single because, well, for one, they're probably just not that great with dating. Oh, that's right. I think one of the boys, the one who wants to become a famous celebrity, I gave him, oh my gosh, I can't speak. I gave him the romantic trait because I feel like he loves to date around. He loves to like, date people and like, you know, kind of try to win them over so that they really, really adore him. But then he never really starts anything serious because he enjoys dating way too much. And then the other brother, the materialistic one, is actually non-committal, I believe. Or I gave the other one both romantic and non-committal, but I don't think I did. I think I gave one of them the romantic trait and then the other one the non-committal trait. So in the dating department, they are not, well, I mean, they're doing all right, but they don't have like any set sophisticated relationships, which is fine, obviously. But then again, I feel like the grandma, she really, really, really wants to become, or the mom, she really wants to become a grandma at some point, which is not really working out. So I feel like she may push the boys like in that direction. She keeps asking them if they have like a relationship yet and how it's going in that department. but you know, there's just not really a whole lot going on other than they're just dating around and just not starting anything serious, which there's nothing wrong with that. But once again, I feel like the grandma or the mom, she really wishes that was different. So I thought that would be a fun little addition to the storyline as well. But you can see that I am working on the bedrooms for the boys. They're very simple. They are not the biggest. So I didn't really place a whole bunch of things regarding their personalities in there. For the boy who wants to become, or the young adult who wants to become famous, I was thinking like maybe I should do like a mixing table, like a music producing table or something like that. But then I was like, you know what? No, I think he's going to pursue acting first, and you don't really need any specific sort of objects for that. So I think he is just part of an agency, and he's really trying to like play in commercials and stuff like that, starting out in that sense. So that is something that he's working on. And yeah, not because he's passionate about acting, but because he just wants to become famous. So I thought that would be a fun little storyline. But here you can see, here we have the guest bedroom. This one has a more red color scheme. I used some like softer red powdery colors in here. And then a blue little chair in the corner as well. I really actually like this bedroom. It's definitely the smallest one, but I feel like it's so cute. All the bedrooms also have walk-in closets, which I feel like is really nice. Definitely very luxurious, and it definitely suits a larger, like grand house like this. So I really wanted to make sure that all the bedrooms had walk-in closets, and I succeeded in that. And then this house, or this room, is, it doesn't really get used very often because, well, you know, it's only just the three of them, and I don't know if they have any like extended family that stays over. But maybe the mom like has her friends. Maybe she has a best friend who she's had for, basically all her life, and then the best friend lives like far away. Maybe they like live in Solani or something, or like in San Myshuno in the city. And then sometimes they come over and stay, and like they can spend the night, or they can stay for the weekend in the little guest bedroom. I think that would be a nice, like a cute little detail. I don't know, just the kind of stuff that I'm trying to think of for this family. But I really, really like this family and their storyline that I thought of. Like I said, I still have to give them their actual traits. No, not traits, skills. I like to do that for my save file to kind of make it as complete as possible. So yeah, that is something I definitely still have to do for this family as well. But here you can see I'm working on the backyard. They have a very large, nice terrace area with a large swimming pool as well. So I definitely made sure to place some nice lounge chairs in here, and then a nice seating area with the outdoor couches. I still wish we would get more outdoor furniture at some point, and then specifically lounge, or not lounge, but like seating area furniture, because I keep using these couches over and over and over again, because it's by far the best outdoor furniture set that we have in the game. I think it's from Perfect Patio. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from Perfect Patio stuff. And I just really, really wish we had more, because now I just use these ones all the time, and it's very repetitive that we just don't have anything that is this good. But yeah, that is basically it for this build. So let's jump right into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the house in the game. It is nighttime, so not the best lighting, but that is okay. But here we have the family that goes with the house. So we have Carter. He wants to become a world famous celebrity. And then we have Teddy over here, and he wants to become a mansion baron. So he basically just wants to become rich. And then here we have their mom. Her name is Delilah, and I just really love her. I love her haircut, and she's just so pretty. And then here we have their dog, and their dog's name is Garrus, and it's a little Goldie dog, and I think he's just so cute. But yeah, we're not here for the Sims, we're here for the build. So this is the house. We have a large front porch, and then a large balcony, and then off to the side here we have this side porch, and then you can walk all the way around the house into the backyard. So yeah, just the nice terrace area with a swimming pool. We have some planter pots, and then obviously a nice lounge area as well. And then the flower arranging table for the mom is right here on the back porch. And then when we go inside the house, this is where I had a bit of fun with platforms. So we have an entryway, as you can see. It's nice and, well, not that big, but definitely feels kind of fancy. And then we have a staircase leading into the living room. So this is the living room. It looks very formal, and that is definitely what I was going for. So yeah, we have the nice sitting area with a fireplace and a television, a couple of chairs over here, and then an end table with some knickknacks as well, and then a few large bookcases, which always make it look so grand. And then we have a staircase over here leading down into the kitchen slash dining area. So this is a very large open space. It's definitely very spacious, but I really like it. So the kitchen is very big, as you can see. It still looks quite lived in and cluttered though, in my opinion. And then we have the bar area over here. I also made sure to give them a full, like, proper coffee bar with the espresso machine and the coffee grinder and stuff. And then over here we have the large dining table and the grand piano in the corner. And then through this little archway over here, we enter into the office space, and it also has a pet bed for the dog. But before we go upstairs, we have the downstairs bathroom. Nothing special, but this is also a laundry room. And you could even have a butler for this family because we do have an extra bedroom. So if you wanted to go as far as to hiring a butler, then you could definitely do that. And then when we go upstairs, we have the landing area. I did at the very last moment remember to place down some decoration boxes, so you're fine in that department as well. And we also have a nice closet, like a linen closet type thing on the landing, which I thought was nice. Then first of all, let's check out the master bedroom. This is the master. It's very matchy color scheme wise, but I feel like that just really suits this Sims personality. So a nice double bed as well as a bookcase in here. We have some paintings that she probably made herself, and then yeah, just a nice open space with a mirror and a hanging plant. And then we have an archway leading into the walk-in closet. I feel like this just looks really cute. So yeah, it's very simple but very nice. And then she has her ensuite in here as well. So just a shower tub combo, toilet, and a sink. And then she has a door leading onto a balcony, which she has all to herself. That is so nice. So I made sure to place a nice bench and a couple of additional planter pots, and then also a nice easel because she does love to paint. Then over here on this side, we have the bedroom for Terry, or Teddy. What was his name? Teddy. He is the materialistic one who wants to become a mansion baron. This is his bedroom. It's not the biggest, but it is nice. He does have his closet, and it's very blue and green. And then for Carter, he has the blue themed, like blue and gray themed bedroom over here. This one might be my favorite out of those two. I just really feel like the shape of this room is really cozy. So he has a bookcase in here as well, and just a nice chair in the corner, and just your basic bedroom, but I really like it. And then over here we have the guest bedroom. Just a single bed for whoever wants to stay over. They have a nice chair and a mirror, as well as a nice walk-in closet and an additional little dresser. And in between here, we have the hall bathroom. So this one is a shared bathroom for the boys. So I really enjoyed including a double sink moment in here. Very nice. And a couple of hampers, and then just your regular bathroom stuff. But that is basically it for this house. So I called this build New Orleans Family Home. That's the title of it on the gallery. It's just inspired by that. So I felt like that was fitting. It comes in at just over 194,000 simoleons. So ridiculously expensive, but it makes sense because it's a very large, grand house. It has 4 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, and I built it on a 40 by 30 in Willow Creek next to the Goth's house. So if you want to place it in your game, then that's where it goes. But that's gonna do it for this video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. If you're interested in live streams, I do stream over on Twitch a few times a week. So if you want to go ahead and give me a follow over there, then we can hang out. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!